Ba-ba-ba. Hello. Gonna do a little bit of modding. I'm gonna start off with some play tests here on my server. Unatic, hey, how are you? How's it going? My change log is 90 lines deep. 90 changes already. Kinda crazy. Kinda crazy. Just dropping by to say hi before going to sleep since it's kinda late and I gotta work tomorrow. Alright, sounds good. I should have started live streaming a little sooner. Well, thanks for stopping by. You're not going to be missing too much. I don't know if this is going to be a stream where I start the summon, you know, making the summon creatures. But this is going to be a good one because I basically made my buff system, right? The status effects system, the like snapshot, the buff preservation system. I redid all of that like from scratch just because it was so kind of convoluted towards the end. Trying to deal with a game that is okay with dropping info when things get too resource intensive. So it's beautiful now. So we're gonna play test. I am currently logging into my server hosted through Bisect hosting. This is my test server. I also redesigned the HUD as well. It's super responsive now. It's beautiful. This system I am very proud of. It's been a labor of love, a couple all-nighters. I created the ability to have infinite buffs as well. It's solid. It is just solid. So this is my test world. You'll notice, like, as I move the mouse, it, like, instantly comes up. And as soon as you click, gone. Like, everything is gone. Beautiful. No weirdness. Like, I could reload right now. It will see. Like, there was a lot of client-server slop that I had before. It will see that none of the effects stay, right? The run speed's not enhanced, like, you know, the health is back down. I set it to where if you are in creative, you could just, like, kind of quick, you don't have to, like, do the whole cast. It will automatically, like, for testing, right? Automatically apply the buffs. But, like, I just put all these buffs on. I can reload. There's no, like, extra particles. There's no, like, orphaned particles anymore, or entities that generate the particles. It's slick. It is. This system is awesome. Look at that. All of them are back on. Right? Run speed buff is still there. Here, fly. I could just go up in the air. Buffs will fall off because now, see, my vitality faded, so it reset my health right there. Agility, I don't have any armor on, so you won't see anything from that. But, like, fly, when it's done, I'll fall from the sky. There's no more infinite flight. Basically, I have it to where, even if time slips and the server doesn't receive that information, it will... I think it's every quarter second, it keeps trying to check in to say, like, hey, should this still be on? See, there goes fly, and there goes swiftness. It just reset my run speed. Like, everything is flawless. It's fucking sweet. Very proud of this. Very proud of this. It was a labor of love, and it's always a little nerve-wracking, right? Oh, what do we got here? Phosphoric Scent Veil. Hey, thanks for the follow. It's always nerve-wracking, right? When you start from something from scratch, right? Because I had all of that time dedicated into making the old system work, and work in the way that it would work in Minecraft, right? Time, set, day. And that system, it took a lot of uncomfortable thoughts, right? To be able to be like, you know what? I'm creating a new class file. I am going to disable all of this stuff at the root. Let's start fresh. How should a buff system work that goes from a ticking time to a time lapse being greater than a specific time, right? How do you save all that information? How does the system work? And I am very pleased with how it works now. Like, it's fucking sweet. But yeah. So that still works. Yeah, this is sweet. This is sweet. Let's see. Let me look at my phone. There were a couple things that I have to do before this next update. And you know what? Maybe I want to start. Maybe I want to start to lay the foundation in this stream. I'll lay the foundation for the new kind of pets that I want to add. The summon minions. Or summon pet, however I wanna like label these things. I think the little non-combat pets will be rebranded as familiars, like throughout the code. And then I will maybe I'll have like summon servant, I don't know, summon minion. But I can at least lay the foundation for that, right? It's going to have to be an entity. I'll make it look like a random entity, right? Some kind of test thing. We're going to have to create a GUI that pops up, similar to the status effect system. But the new status effect system is it does no calculations of its own. Basically, like the way that works now is it just gets the server side time lapse info. And then processes it accordingly through the GUI. I need to create a GUI that will show up when the correct attributes are on the player, like when you have a summoned minion. And I don't know what that looks like. I don't know if you're gonna have more than one minion that you can control as well. And I don't know what it looks like, because I want to add the little, like the clay golems and stuff that you can set to do tasks. Right? Like, you know, how does something like that look? Because I think all those things, even though they all have to do with minions, they're all separate kind of things, separate ways of doing things, right? Like, a clay golem you're not really going to want to have constantly follow you. They're not going to be for attacking, right? Those are just like, you know, those are like tasks, right? Task doers. So having the resonator be able to link them to different things, you know, and maybe like a menu popping up, or maybe not a resonator, right? It would be a new kind of resonator that will assign them to a chest, right? And then you can right-click on them with that resonator, right, and open up a menu that tells it, I want you to farm in this area, you know, or I want you to collect any items that fall on the ground and put them in the box you're assigned to, right? Or you need to tend to these fields, right? And if you see something in your scans that can be harvested, you're going to harvest it and then replant a seed, right? And then put everything else in whatever chest you're bound to. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to plant trees, right? And you will cut down the trees. You know, that feels like a completely different system than a summon combat minion, right? Like your partner in crime, where you want like an aggressive state or a defensive state, or you want it to be passive. You know what I mean? Like, so those are the kind of things that I got to make sure I don't blend those, because I feel like those are two separate systems. And I'm totally making a summon skeleton spell, right? Because the enhanced minions need to be able to at least have something in their main hand that they can hold. You know, some kind of equipment. Because I want you to be able to, like, summon, you know, from, like, conjuration, like a summoned sword, or, you know, whatever it is. Or give them a weapon, and then they can fight with it. And I also want to make, like, a warrior kind, right? Like a melee, and then a ranged, like, magic user, you know, pet. So I want to make specialized equipment for each one of those. So I got a lot. That's why I wanted to make this update, like, the, you know, let me fix all the grievances, right? Like, you know, people talked about, like, oh yeah, the shaders, right? Like, every time you cast a projectile, or every time one of the sentries fires at you, there's a slight delay. I fixed that, right? Like, a whole new shader system. Best of luck. Yeah, get to sleep. Thanks for stopping by. Man, I wish I could sleep a little longer. I'm tired. I worked all day yesterday. Anyways, I gotta go now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Have a good night. Hope work goes well for you tomorrow. Oh, man, I got work tomorrow. Oh. My weekend is gone already. I'll be taking maybe either tomorrow or Tuesday off. Just to make up for the Saturday that I had to work. Probably more Tuesday, I'm thinking. Let's see. Yeah, look at that. Smooth. It is smooth. Fucking sweet. All right, let me take a look at my phone, because I wrote down some things that I have to do for this update. I have to remove grimoire repair recipes from the magical repair kit. I need to add repair recipe for the mana focus, the focus of mana shielding, if you can repair the focus of the enshrouding, right? I have to make that enshrouding focus take durability damage when warding off creatures. I never actually did that, and that was supposed to be part of that design. And then in the guidebook, I need to add a section to tell you how to repair grimoires now, and then another section that talks about how the new foundry works. Oh, look at this. I got some notes in here. Oh, I wanna add haunting to the mod as well. I love the old Herobrine mod, And I want to create my own because I have the lore where you're kind of like piercing through, like, you know, into the Rust world. And that's where this magic kind of comes from. And I want like eldritch creatures in there. So I have this idea for like a kind of sanity. How did it go? How did it go? It was like Thaumcraft, like the flux, I guess, is what it is. You know, where like the deeper you go into magic, the more like a negative effect kind of happens to you. But I want that to be more of like a currency, right? And then you will be able to summon a shopkeeper that can sell like specific magic things and that you can trade that sanity to as a form of currency. But that's part of it. The other part is I kind of want to add something where like the lower your stability is, the more you're haunted by like the creature that I want to add. So you'll hear like footsteps around you, you know, you'll see something from afar, like watching you until you look at it or you get close, you know, like kind of stuff like that. That's another thing that I want to make in this mod. All right, what am I going to do first? What are we doing first? I should probably sit up first. There we go. Why don't we remove the grimoire repair recipes? That's probably very easy to do. This is going to be a grid recipe repair grimoire. This is going to be super easy. Enabled. False. There you go. There you go. Right, so we see it here. Ah, delicious. All right, let's go back into spells. Doesn't matter which grimoire. Okay, so that did not do it. Why is this in an array? I don't know. We're going to multi-line select this, though. Oh, duh. Hold on. Wait. I'm still logged into the server. The server's not gonna get this. Hold on. Let's go into a single player world. Let's try that. I really want to work on the summon pet system. I want to work on it so fucking bad. The more I think about what I can turn it into, oh man. And then maybe I can evolve it to where maybe it could be more like a Pokemon system kind of thing, right? Like where you can have multiple minions. You know what? Maybe the minion you summon could be tied to like an offhand item that like stores the soul. And then it would just be like one kind of spell that would like summon that stored minion. Oh, see, this is what I was talking about with the infinite buffs. Temperance has been like a permanent buff. It's like, it's so good. It's so freaking good. Let's go into here. Whoops. Grimoire. Fucking kidding me? Why are these coming up? Oh, because it has the name Grimoire. Ah, lame. There you go. Hydration. There we go. So I just needed to disable that. Perfect. Back out. Save and quit. And what I need to do is... in here, we are going to add a folder. WIP disabled, right? Because this is no longer being used. So I wanna make sure it's not with everything else. Right, so bam, step 1 done. What was the other thing? So let's make it to where when something aggroes you and the focus, that enshrouding focus, like stops something from attacking you, it lowers durability. That is going to be done through AI tasks. AI task. Right, it's going to be this. Oh shit, look at all this. So it looks like, yeah, this was depreciated. So there's another kind of when in emotional state. So it's a string array. I will deal with that a little later. But I gotta deal with that. Aha, and this needs to change. Ooh. Let's find all the code that's like this, right? Because what I need to do is a tool focus is no longer what needs to happen here. So I could do this one of two ways. I can either make a new class file that the enshrouding focus, like, right, make an item tool focus enshrouding. Maybe that's the better way of doing this. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Because the other way would be to just, like, after this, just do an additional check that says, hey, does it contain, you know, enshrouding, or whatever the last keyword is for the focus. That would do it too, but I think going forward, if I want to embed specific logic into that focus, it should probably be its own class. So that is what we shall do. Let's go to item, tool. Tool focus, we are going to copy, paste. So for this, it'll be tool focus, enshrouding. Let me verify it. Item types, tools, focus. To move you over. Yeah, it is enshrouding, plural. Good. So in here, instead of item soulbound, this is going to be item tool focus, right? Because that will inherit everything there. And then in here, the actual name. There we go. Put it in the right format. There we go. So I want to do a class by type in here. I hate when this tries to do the formatting for you. Right, and then this will be that. Alright, so it's gonna become this. Copy, paste. And this should be enshrouding. This one will be mana shielding. Yeah. Yeah. This one will be mana shielding. Copy, paste. There we go. Paste, paste, and paste. We can go into here, so I don't need that there. We got to go into the registry here. Copy, paste. This will be the enshrouding. Oh yeah, I made one for mana regeneration as well. I've been playing with that. Where is that one? I think I have enough focus here. I could probably add new and specifically call out any focus. Right, so it basically becomes this, this, and this. Right there. Yeah, and that's the mana regen one. It's disabled right now. Which also means in here... the focuses... There we go. Just so there's like the same kind of separation here. Let's get rid of that space. So this should work. We're gonna rebuild, hop back in. Let me in! And we'll go into this world. What is this? Line 7. Stop. Why is this not happy? Did I mess it up? Oh, duh. I forgot the comma. Whoops. Build. Man, it's almost noon. I gotta get to the grocery store at some point. You know, maybe after this live stream I'll do that. I want to get the ingredients to make chicken mushroom risotto. Let's go. Yeah, look at this world. It saved all of those spells, like, flawlessly. Love it. Oh, look at this. Like the wind. Beautiful. It is definitely a lot better. And see, like, it completely stops, right? There was another problem, too. I had to differentiate between, like, client-side, server-side stuff. So when the game is paused, it needs to stop calculations. And it totally does. Where did it go? Where did that other window go? I guess it's gone. There we go. Okay, so now this is an old relic. I had it to where if you had this focus, remember in the beginning, the focus was you had one spell like Rust Orb, and then depending on the focus in your offhand, like if it was a fire focus, it would turn that spell into Fireball. That's what this was, right? Those were my polymorphic spells, I think I called them back in the day. That's interesting. All right, so this should now be enshrouding. Copy, paste. And this one, paste, paste. And this one, paste, paste. And this is also part of that stuff for the wand. Yeah, and that. So it looks like that's it. Okay, so now I'm going to have to have this take durability. What I can do... Let's look at Proto Wands. Yeah, it's not what I want. This. So what this will do is it will make it server side, but if you are in creative, it will not decrease durability. If you are not in creative, then you're subject to the rules. And I think what I want to do is just kind of put this in here. What I need to do is say player dot active slot, right? Item stack collectible. And this would be player dot world. You know what we'll do? I was going to make this a variable. I don't think I need to... Yeah, you know what? I probably should. So I'll do... item stack equals this. And now all of this goes away. And then in here I can have, you know what? Let's make a slot as well. I can say item slot equals that. And then this becomes slot.stack. Then this slot works. By entity would be player. 1 durability. And then mark it dirty. So she said. Right, this could reduce aggro range if an item is held. This can reduce range. Okay, so I think... Is this the same thing? Whoa, I think I have duplicate code here. Hold on. Pop out. Oh, this is left-hand specific, right? So you can have this either in the main hand or the offhand. Which means this has to become left hand. and the rest works. Let's get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. Okay, so this is for the projectiles, right? So this is going to be active hand. And then down here, this will be left hand. And that should work. And then this should be active hand. This should be left hand. Save. All right, now let's do some tests. Let's pull out the focus. Here it is. Let's pull up Sentry. It did it. There we go. It's wearing it down. Oh, but I got too close. There we go, and it stopped aggro. That is beautiful. There you go, guys. There you go. It does... that means that the durability should probably be, like, increased, right? Because being around that, it is pretty aggressive with how much it's taking. So then let's go into here. So for durability, let's make it 250. The mana shielding can just be 100 still. Yeah, let's do that. Now this will apply to any new items. Oh, let's make sure it also works in the offhand as well. I have to be close enough. Yep, it's ticking. And each tick down, it means it's trying to either shoot something at you, chase you. That's a little aggressive, too, with how quickly it shoots up. Let's change that as well. I don't like that. So, entity... Those are AI tasks. We don't need that anymore. Creature familiar. Creature, elemental, sentry... It should be this. Let's try that. Okay, that is better, right? It's not like shooting it up. When it's inside something, right, it'll do that. What about, like, in a tree? That feels better. Yes. There we go, guys. There we go. Beautiful. And because I'm in creative and I'm close, right? Like, it's not... I mean, you know what? They won't be able to aggro anyways because I'm in creative. So I guess I don't need all that code, right? It'll be fine. I'll leave it. I'll leave it. So everything that's still item tool focus is it's commented out code, or it's in the main tools, right? Like what you're extending in the new focuses. Now that that is in, what's the next thing I have to add? I really want to make this this chicken and mushroom risotto. Like I make the best risotto. I'm kind of a risotto snob. When I get it at like other places, like I could tell. I have so many judgments. Add repair. Okay, so add repair recipe for the focus of mana shielding. I probably need to add a repair recipe for both focuses. Grid repair. Yeah, because I don't have a specific focus. All right, let's stop. We're gonna copy the proto wand because why not? And this could just be tool focus. And then in here, right, it's gonna be tool focus, basic, and shrouding. This will be called focus of enshrouding repair. Will be a magical repair kit. There we go. It is indeed a shapeless recipe. Copy attributes from A. That way, if I do that in case I want to add any kind of enchanting or anything, which it's kind of on the list. I would like to add enchanting, but there's a mod that already does like item enchantments, and I would rather make something new than something, you know, a system that someone else already made, right? Like I don't want that person to be like, oh, my enchanting system is crappy because people use Rustbound anyways. You know what I mean? Like they don't use my stuff. I don't want to put anyone out of a fun project that they made. Although I would love for people to make a magic mod. Because I would love to, like, you know, so and so makes this kind of magic mod, and then I have someone that I can like throw ideas at, and then maybe make like, hey, what if we made integration with our mods, you know? It's a wish. Copy, paste. Enabled, true. I gotta start putting this stuff in. Right, so this would be mana shielding. Mana shielding, mana shielding. Alright, let's give it a try. So I think this is going to be... You know what? There's more we have to do. Hold on. There's a whole method here that I have to account for. Oh man, I'm gonna have to make a config for this too. It's gotta be done. It's gotta be done. Wait a minute, maybe not. Hold on. Because this uses item soulbound. No, yep, never mind. Yep. Never mind. Let's look at item, spell, grimoire. Events. This is the part that I have to change. You know what? I'm just going to copy the whole events section. And let's go into item tool focus. Here we go. Go back to the grimoire. I'm going to have to create a variable up here. Right, so it's going to be repair cost. Whoops. And then here, after loaded, now, shit. I am going to have to take some things out of the config. Right? Like this is going to confuse people. So these need to go. Let me start small. Let's get rid of those. Now the question is, should I make each focus have a different percentage amount? Or should it just be one generic focus? Right? Like, should all the focus kind of be repaired the same way through this config? I think that's fine. Kind of a blanket statement. So we'll do tool focus. I'll have it default at 10%. Where's my config? There we go. So I'm going to comment these out. There you go, right? And this won't be grimoire. Well, that's... Hold on, that's not what I wanted to comment out. Okay, this is what I want to comment out. There we go. So we'll get rid of those configs. In here, this will change to magical repair kit, tool focus. Okay, just like that. All right, now we're going to have to remove a bunch of things, right? So I can get rid of that part right there. That also means that I can get rid of that method as well. Save. That's already commented out. The references are already commented out. Here we go. So in this config, basically want to do that and then get rid of that. And the network messages here, I want to paste this in. And that, get rid of that. In here, do that and that. And then in here, paste, get rid of that. And then a little further down, paste, paste. There we go. Now let's do a reload. Perfect. And I might as well just delete it out of here. And I'll delete it out of the references. Build. Let's go into Vintage Story. Vintage Story data, mod config, Rustbound. Build. Okay. All those beautiful buffs. Might as well grab both. Let's pull up these sentries. Game mode 1. Look at that. No delay. No delay. I want this to keep chipping away the durability. Because I want to be able to, you know, change it, right? Like, we're going to test the config. It should be 10% by default. Whoops, got too close. It's almost there. Man, it's so hard to move when you're just so fast and awesome. I want to get it to like 50%, or at least close to 50%. Whoops. Damn it. They're like a swarm of bees. Okay, there we go. We're at about 50%, all right? So let's do game mode 2. Magical repair kit. We'll grab a handful of them. Game mode 1. All right, so it's going to go from 130 to 140. That is not right, huh? Oh, hold on. Let's go into here. Let me make sure this is actually... This doesn't have the percentage-based stuff in it. Okay, that's why. What's one of the things we can repair? Item... Wearable... Item wearable soulbound. Here it is. This is what I want. Hey, 1 second. All right, guys, I will be right back. I need to go set up a sprinkler. But let's just put that in. Perfect. You know what? Yes, that's good. So that should make it percentage-based. We will hop back in the game. I will let you guys take a look at the beautiful scenery as my spells tick down. I will keep my character sheet open, so maybe when swiftness and stuff wears off, we can make sure everything drops. And we'll kind of look towards the sunset. It'll be beautiful. Beautiful! Full screen. Come on! Oh my god, this game takes forever. There we go. Alright. Game mode 2. There, we'll just take a look here. Alright, I'll be right back. All right. I am back. Hey, Husky. Well, Vice Chair is on the air. So it looks like all my buffs are wearing off perfectly. Let's do a quick reload to make sure there's the client and server both agree that I should have no buffs. Except for swiftness. I should be at 200% run speed. Yep, there it is. Same amount of time. They reapplied it. Look at that. Look at that. Perfect. Right away. Right away. I'm gonna let it tick off though, right? Like let's let it expire. Let's do time set day. Game mode 1. Right, so this is at 2:30. That's better. That is better, right? Because 2:30, 2:55, that would be 25, which is 10% of 250. Right, so this is percentage based now. Let's go into the config. Tool focus. Let's make it 50%, right? Like maybe some server owner out there's like, yeah, I want it to be 50%. Let's reload. $323. Ah, delicious. Yep, 320, 319. Perfect. All right, and let's go back into here. So this repair should be substantial. It is not. So it... Wait, did I save? Did it actually save? Hold on, let's close others. I've done this before. Open it back up, go to tool focus. Okay, so it should be 50. That is not 50. Oh! Duh. Yeah, it's undefined. I need to change this to tool focus. There we go. So I need to do that. Reload again. Should work now. You're looking for that substantial amount. There we go. Yeah, so multiplying that by 2, yeah, so 50% would make it 100%, right? There you go, and it's repaired. Beautiful. All right, so that's another thing down. And that should be for this focus as well. All right, so focus and mana shielding. Let's pull up. Chew. Let's put that on. Oh, you know what? How does this work with someone with no mana? Let me make sure I have the right stuff here. Pull up a drone. Okay, so it does nothing. There we go. Oh, the run speed buff's about to wear off, right? Let's make sure it does. I want to see it drop off correctly. I think it's going to. With how I wrote the new system, it's going to. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It expires, and look at that. Near instant. Look at that. Boom, baby. Game mode 2. With that, your mind expands. Grab a bunch of max mana. 105 mana, that sounds good. No durability loss. Let's fix that. Let's see. This is gonna be... Is it in here? Yeah, here we go. So now what I can do... I can rewrite this. I can say if... Let's do item slot equals that. Item stack equals slot dot stack. And if stack dot class equals enum item class dot item and stack dot item is item tool focus. So that right there is like all I need, and I can get rid of all of this crap. Oops. So that becomes that. And let's go into here. Here we go. So instead of player world, it's going to be player in. Player in. Player in. Lancemaker, hello. How you doing? Hope your day is going well. That's looking better. Although, why is it upset with slot? Am I doing something? Can I explicitly convert type int to item stack? Oh shit, that's stack size. That's not what I wanted. Item stack. There we go. That's better. So I'm going to copy that. There we go, and paste that in there. I'm going to do this a little differently too. Why don't we do armor references dot game ID with colon plus. There we go. Let's do it that way. And we'll do the same thing here. That is better. I don't think... There we go. Now it's taking durability away. So each hit, it's going to take away 1 durability. And it's also going to take whatever the amount of damage was in mana cost. What's up, buddy? Am I gonna be able to kill you before you kill me? Take that. May that teach you the lesson. Alright, let's make sure we can repair this. It's gonna repair it to full. Yep. Looks good. Pops back in. Perfect. Alright, next thing, let's see, let's look at the list. So I removed the Grimoire repair recipes, and I got rid of those configs. I added a repair recipe for the Focus of Mana Shielding. Focus of Mana Shielding now also will take durability damage when it's used. The Focus of Enshrouding will also take durability when it wards off creatures. Take durability damage, and you can repair it with a config for both of those. So next thing I need to do is add Grimoire Repair to Guidebook, and add Foundry Info to Guidebook as well. So let's hop back into this world. Grimoire Repair. Grimoire Repair. So I have to wordsmith some things. Game mode 2. There. Let's take a look at ciphers. Let's look at this. Whoops. Processing runic scroll in an arc light furnace using light essence. last I checked, you fixed those like everything else. If book be broke, apply repair kit or tell it to get a job. Oh, are you talking about you're talking about the entry in the guidebook, I think? Because I want to add something in the survival handbook for the grimoire. The problem is I don't want to get into like specifics. I want to create like a new thing here, right? And I could do something like repaired by, and then right, synthesis. Let's look at the focus, right? Created by. So let's go into the grimoires. Spells, grimoire. Holy crap, I don't have any attributes? Oh no, here we go. I was gonna say, what the fuck? I have to. So I could put something in like this, right? And I could say repaired by, and then this could be arc light, repair, arc light, furnace, essence, repair. And let's create a simple entry right here. That entry is gonna have this, copy, paste. And I'll say repair in an arc light furnace normal north arc light furnace using the same essence type as the grimoire, right? I don't need to specifically tell you if it's light, neutral, or dark that you need light, neutral, or dark. Because that's going to get, like, I would have to basically expand that out as a by type for, like, everything. Like, every spell. And every spell that I add after all of this, I'm going to have to make sure to include that as well. Like, a place in there. I don't want to deal with that. That's going to become very sloppy. Mmm. 30 grams of protein. Man, my fingers are like all cut up. All right. Repairing an arc light furnace using the same essence type as the grimoire. Oh, repaired. I hope it's repaired by. I hope there's a game entry for it. Mm. Could we get a magic chandelier for the magic candles? A magic chandelier? Maybe. So something like this? I guess I could make one. Maybe I can make it like an Eldrathium one. Yeah, if people want it. I just saw that in Discord. I'm like, all right, fuck it. you guys want a chandelier? We'll put in a chandelier. Right after I complete the main task here. All right, so repair in an arc light furnace. So that link isn't working. It's the same essence type. There is no game repaired by. So let's do Westbound Magic. There we go. Repaired by. And let's fix that. I think that's what it is. Arc light, F-U-R-N-A-C-E, yep. I will reload one more time. And then we will just take a quick look at the guidebook and make sure that the entries for the Grimoire repair section is updated, and then the Thaumic Foundry section is repaired. We'll kind of spot check things throughout the book, make sure nothing else has changed. And then we will, I guess, we'll be making a chandelier. Tell you what, if I'm doing a chandelier, I can make a chandelier of each type. All right, so it's going to be of each type, right? So you'll get like your enchanted stone, netherite, Eldrathium. Fuck it, right? Let's do it all, baby. There we go. So that link works. Repaired by. Reload. So who wants to bet on how stupid the chandelier code is? Anyone want to place bets? I think it's as dumb as torch holders, right? It's gonna make a whole new block. It's not going to like really store the item anywhere. It's just gonna render another like static model. It's gonna be very clunky, I have a feeling. Hey, repaired by. Repair in an arc light furnace using the same essence type as the Grimoire. Mwah, chef's kiss. Alright, let's get the guidebook. Oh. Let's get the admin tool to unlock all achievements. There we go. So anything in here, right? Rift blooms, rust crystals, peer through the veil. What to do if an achievement doesn't trigger? Most achievements are awarded a couple of ways, either through crafting or picking up. If you're supposed to get an achievement through crafting and it fails, simply throw Q the item out and pick it back up. I get people asking like, oh, do I have to make a new set? No, just throw it out and pick it back up. So it is in the guidebook. I do have the right to be bitter. What is magic? Those are the elements. Meditation. Growing as a mage. Mana regeneration. Yep, Riftbloom Tea, Link works. Rifts as a resource, mana storage, casting spells. Those are rituals. Okay, so I don't tell you anything in the guidebook on how to use the Thonic Foundry. Okay. Synthesis and Grimoires. End result will be a grimoire. You could stop synthesis. Okay, good. Okay, here we go. So there may be something in here. Grimoire, do this, hold the grimoire. Different staffs can have different spells, transmog stones. When a mage dies, yep. Ah, this part can be repaired with magical kits. Okay. That needs to be updated. So can be repaired with are the keywords I'm looking for. Can be repaired with so I can say grimoires are repaired by throwing them in and copy arc light furnace normal dash core dash north. This would be arc light furnace using the same essence the grimoire is associated with. And then here I can say mage armor is repaired with magical repair kits. There we go. Setting the record straight. Reload lang. There we go. So grimoires are repaired by throwing them in an arc light furnace. That link works. Using the same essence the grimoire is associated with. You know, I should add one more thing. Higher tiers requires more essence per point of durability. All right, reload lang. That way you got a heads up. Higher tiers require more essence per point of durability restored. There we go. And let's redo the order here. There we go. Perfect. That link works. And the grimoire isn't showing up here. Yes. Sweet. Wait, what was that? Hold on. That's wrong. Okay, this needs to be removed from the magical repair kit. Ay. Tool. I don't think it's considered a tool. Here it is. Magical repair kit. Let's cut that out. And let's go into the Arclight Furnace. There we go. I could put the Grimoire repair stuff in here. When a mage dies in the world, Grimoire is linked to the mage through a sanctum. Alright. Let's copy this out. Let's do magic, station, sanctum. This is what I want. There we go. That way there's a link in there. There you go. Grimoire is linked to the mage through a sanctum. Will lose durability. Durability can also be lost when using the... Right? This is the Magitrix. N-A-G-I-T-R-I-X. As N-A-G-I... Son of a bitch. N-A-G-I-T-R-I-X. Durability reaches zero. The Grimoire will disintegrate. To repair the Grimoire, throw it into an copy, paste. Arclight Furnace. Here we go. Arclight Magic Station. Arclight Furnace North. Normal Core North. With the correct, or with the same essence as the Grimoire. Durability, or I'll say essence amount depends on the Grimoire's tier. There we go. I just put that whole thing in. And I should probably have this same thing attached to grimoires as well. I want you to see how to repair the grimoires. Oh, you know what? Actually, that's all I need. Repaired by. That's the link back. And then you can read the full synopsis from the block that does the repairing. Perfect. And we're just gonna build. I think that's everything. I think it's chandelier time. Chandelier, sure. All right, everything built fine. Let's just double check. So we will check the magical repair kit, make sure that the entry has been removed. We will check the arclight furnace and make sure that the new entry is there with the new string, and make sure the links work. I need to get some water. Magical repair kit. Whoops. Good. It's been removed there. There it is. Grimoire repair. When a mage dies in the world, grimoire is linked to the mage through a blank. Will lose durability. Did this not save correctly? Oh, shoot. Wrong thing. That's what I wanted to replace. Copy. Paste. That is better. Good thing I double check. Reload Lang. There we go. When a mage dies in the world, grimoire is linked to the mage through a sanctum. Perfect. Will lose durability. Durability can also be lost when using the Magitrix. Perfect. Durability reaches 0. The grimoire will disintegrate. To repair grimoire, throw it into an arclight furnace. That's not going to work because it's already the arclight furnace. With the same essence as the grimoire, essence amount depends on the grimoire's tier. Perfect. Was that everything? Is it chandelier time? All right. New foundry info. That's the last thing. All right, so let's look at the Thaumic Foundry. This needs to be updated. This block uses various tablets. All right, so tablet synthesis. Copy. Paste. Here we go. Small portal will open. All recipes have a charge cost. Casting transmutation on this block or the portal increases the stored charge. Ingredients will not be absorbed into the... Okay, this is where it starts to differ here. Storage space in the portal. I feel like I could cut that out, right? To create something, throw the requested ingredients in. I'll say into the portal, or right, I want to do HK, right mouse /HK, right click the portal and move items into it. If there is enough charge and the next ingredient is in the portal, crafting will automatically start. Ingredients thrown in will not be absorbed into the portal if there isn't enough storage space in the portal. Aerial crafting will automatically start. It will continue crafting the tablet recipe as long as crafting items there we go. It will continue crafting items as long as it has the ingredients and charge to do so. Ingredients thrown in will not be absorbed into the portal. There we go. You can get additional information by using sneak and looking at this block. Perfect. That is the new way. And there was some false information, some old information in there. Okay, now I think we'll double check this and then we can look at chandeliers. Here we go. Okay, start with napping. Here we go. To create something, either request it into the portal or right mouse click the portal to move items into it. There's enough charge. Next ingredient and the next ingredients in the portal. Crafting will automatically start. It will continue crafting items as long as it has the ingredients and charge to do so. Ingredients thrown Q in will not be absorbed into the portal if there isn't enough storage space in the portal. You can get additional information by using sneak to look sneak and looking at this block. Okay. Perfect. Okay, that is everything. Let me double check. All right, add repair recipes. We did those. Grimoire repair to the guidebook and handbook. New foundry info. Perfect. All right. What do you guys say? Chandelier time? Chandelier! Vintage story. Survival, block types. Acid, survival, block types, metal. So this is the current chandelier. Unstable falling. Interesting. Impact damage multiplier. Yeah, look at that. Candle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, that sucks. Look at that. It's just a generic candle. So this is a block swap. Oh, man. That is lame as shit. Oh. What is wrong with giving this thing an inventory? And then, like, rendering what's in the inventory, like these candles, in set positions. Why are you changing the entire block? Alright, let's look at block chandelier. Lame. .NET Spy. There we go. Apparently it doesn't know what block chandelier is. It's right there. Weird. Oh well, I got it anyways, right? So block, so we have something with candle count. That's probably when you break this, right, and it drops candles, it probably gets the number this way. You know what it could have done? It just could have substringed the ID, and you could get rid of all of this. And then just look at whatever the last digit is. And then account for drop rates that way, right? That could adjust the stack size. Unblock, interact, start. Yeah, look at this. It's specifically looking for code path candle. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work at all. So I'm gonna have to make my own block class for this. Here, let's start by shutting down the game. There's gonna be a light source, copy paste. This will be chandelier. File, edit, select all, copy. Could have done a select all here. Paste. What do I want? I think it's just going to be regular blocks, right? I don't have anything. Okay, so I need to basically copy this, paste this in, so I could do by type, and I'll do variant. This will be enchanted stone, astrolith, zeganite, netherite, Eldrathnium, And Abyssium. Whoops. I'll call this an enchanted chandelier. Let's do enabled. True, right? I want to put the shut-off valve in there. Storage flag. That way you can store them in the Mage Weave bag. Next will be variant groups. And then I can go into behaviors, then we can go into the shapes and textures, then creative. There we go, then the drops. I'm gonna have to redo all of that. So I think the way I want to do this is actually this way. Right, so it's going to be a chandelier, then enchanted stone, then whatever the candle count is. Shape block metal. So let me see if I can reuse the game's shape. And that should still work. Now for textures, right? So I could take this black bronze and I can say, no, do block slash resources. And then the next thing will be variant. And then I can say variant cobblestone wild card. And we'll cut this out, right? Cut that out, then we can... We'll set this up differently. Just like this. I'll do a textures by type. This is going to be a little different. With Enchanted Stone has an extra step, right? It's got this none. So let's do Enchanted Stone specifically, which would look like this. And then everything else would be variant cobblestone. Now, should in these chandeliers, should you be able to add regular candles to them? Or should it just be my candles? I'll do candle type. Candle, then this would be mage candle. Right? I should do like mage candle ritual. Because there are different types of mage candles that are coming. Mage candle ritual, then just regular candle is fine there. It would be pretty cool to accept both. Housebound magic should be all candle inclusive. You know what I just realized? I won't be able to mix and match these. I won't be able to mix and match these because it's all static, right? So you would have to make the way I'm making it now. It would be a chandelier that's specific to a certain candle type. I think I'm going to have to put in a none right there. I think I know how to do this. But whatever the first candle that you put in is, you won't be able to mix and match. It's got to be all that same candle type. I think that's fine. So then this starts to look a little different, right? Because now it's going to be Enchanted Stone dash candle. And then wild card. This would be Mage candle ritual. This would be game. And then this would be blocks. Copy that. Paste. Just like that. And then I'll just wildcard everything else from now. And this would be wildcard, candle, wildcard. That would be wildcard, magic, candle, ritual, wildcard. Which would be that. And this would be game. All right, anything else? General inventory. Since candle is at the end, that still works. So see, drops are going to be a little different. I'm gonna probably have to do this as a drops by type if I do it through here. So this is going to be... I'll call this an enchanted chandelier. Make sure I got the name right. Yep. Okay. Now, what if I do this? I set that as a wild card. And then I could break this up a little bit more, and I can have it to where, like, maybe because I think there's a pinkish glow from the mage candles, I can set that up, right? Like, I can make a whole subset of various colors and brightness based off of that. Item candle, so drop. So I think the way you would do this, this becomes drops by type. And then in here, now I want to take this whole thing out. I think that's what I want to do. Actually, it may be that. Yes, that. Item candle. This is going to be enchanted chandelier dash none candle 0. Right, because you'll get whatever the default one is that's not assigned to a candle. This would be game. I think that's it. All right, so let's go into blocks next. Light source. We'll just copy the mage candle. This is going to be block. Enchanted. Chandelier RM. Paste, paste, and paste. Go down to here. Copy, paste, cut. There we go. And let's go back into here. Right, because now it's the RM at the end. So that is that. Let's go back into here. Pull this up. We are going to need candle count. We'll start migrating some of this code over. And on block interact start. So I can get rid of everything there. Keep that. Okay, so under events, we're going to want that. Copy, paste, copy, paste. And we need to import utility. I think this needs to be game colon, but I'll end up changing that. This is going to be game colon as well. And I believe it's just going to be block, right? There's not going to be any, like, ground side attachments or anything. It's just block. This call is ambiguous between the following methods of vintage story. Mark block dirty. Interesting. There we go. It's funny how sometimes you'll find that, right? Like, it's ambiguous. Well, it wasn't for vintage story. It was not ambiguous. All right, so let's hop in and see where we are at, right? And we'll follow the errors. I already know you're not going to be able to put Mage Weave candles in. If anything, this would... I need to tweak this part here. Because I can't do a code with parts. I'm gonna have to change this based on the camera. So adding a camera or a candle is gonna produce an invalid thing. Oh, look at that. Super upset. Okay, so block drops. It was not happy with how I did the block drops. So let's do... drops by... Nope. Is it drops capital B? Am I not doing any kind of wild card? Wait a minute, I didn't even set this up. What the heck? Why is it... Oh! I forgot the by type. Reload. It was trying to... Yeah, it would be upset not having the by type in there. Well, it's not vomiting up a bunch of JSON issues. What the hell is this? I don't know why Amazon thinks I want a step-down transformer. It's like it doesn't know me at all. All right, so we got texture issues, right? Code Rustbound Magic Candle and block. Oh, this needs to be Game Candle. And then that will tag Rustbound Magic onto that. All right, so that should get rid of all this crap. Block defines wildcard texture. But no matching textures found. You know what? Let's move away from wildcards for now. Okay, now let's give it a try. Okay, so failed to resolve a blocks drop or smelt stack with code, none candle and block. So is it not? Did I set? Oh, yeah. Hold on, that's wrong. It would be this, and then I would put in variant dash none dash candle, right? It is variant, right? Yep, variant. Try it again. Uh-oh. I do not want output in there. Here we go. I still got to figure that out. I spelled variant wrong. God damn it. I can't trust myself. Yep, there we go. Now it's spelled right. Let's just take a look at some other stuff here. So, Westbound Magic, Textures, Block, Resources, Enchanted Stone, None, Enchanted Stone, Cobblestone. Oh, I forgot the dash. Which means I could probably put the wild cards back in. That's what it should look like. Try it again, baby. All right, what do we got? Significantly smaller now. So it looks like it's still unhappy with the wildcard definition I tried to put in. Oh, wait a minute. This is just for the Eldrathium stuff. That's fine. Eldrathium, I think I'm going to have to call that out. So that would be Eldrathium. Eldrathium. This would just be variant. Like that. And since there is no cobblestone, what I could do is just normal. All right, one more. And then after this, we'll look at the code. I'm going to have to get the candle. Right, so in your main hand, before I change the block, I'm going to need to do a spot check to make sure that... Maybe I'll do a check to see if the block is the none type, right? And then go through with logic, and then if it's one of the specific types, it needs to match certain. So there's still more work to be done. All right, so again, significantly smaller. Candle 0, right? So that defines a wildcard texture. Eldrathium Cobblestone. No, it doesn't. This would be Eldrathium, Eldrathium-normal for each. Eldrathium, Eldrathium-normal. And then you would have your Enchanted Stone, which has the none in there, and that would be the Cobblestone version. Oh, it could be this. Ooh. I thought this went top down. Because I think it's reading this and it's also reading this. Let's do this. I'll try and flip it. And then we'll pull a couple of these out. I think I may need a separate, like, two creative tabs for blocks. One could maybe be for like decoration blocks, and then others could be like core blocks. I'm thinking. Yeah, so that didn't do it. It actually made it worse. Oh, you know what I just realized? Let's save and quit. There we go. I had two versions of my mod running. Now let's go in the mod folder. That's the only one I want. I could be seeing weird things in there. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe a separate creative tab for decoration type blocks, right? Like I can put all of the braziers in there. This block can go in there. The other, right? Like all of these blocks would kind of go in there. Possibly all these. Right, all of these would go in there. Where is the oh, the chandelier block isn't going to be in creative. Hold on. There we go. We got Rustbound Magic. What if I do make a decorative? Those are blocks, tools, item types. Yeah, so I'm not doing a dash. So it would look like this. Which also means... It means I wouldn't put it there. This would also change. This would be tab, game name, Rustbound Magic Decorative. Decorations. It also means I can now copy this. Where's the Mage Weave? That would be down. You know what I need to do? cut all of those out. Let's do a creative inventory by type. Right. And this would be, I want the plain, right? The plain version. I think it's just none. Reload. All right, so that's going to be another tab. And a bunch of things should be in there. And then my main creative tab, the general tab, is just getting too big. And it's going to get worse, right? Like, I'm going to start to add more blocks, you know, more decorations. Just best to, like, separate it now. That ain't right. Oh. There we go. Let's try that. Reload. I wonder if there's a way you can organize your creative, like your tabs, like the sequence in which they get loaded. I think in Minecraft you were able to do that. Right, it should be Rustbound Magic. I wonder why that didn't localize right. Oh, hold on. Mage Weave, Rustbound Magic. Reload. Alright, alright. This should be better. Oh, and I'm gonna have to reload one more time. And go right back into it. Okay, so that should be everything. I'll take a look at creative. Maybe I'll throw all of the artifacts in this decorative thing too. Just because they are kind of for decoration. Like, yeah, you can meditate on them, but it takes up a lot of space in the main thing. Unless I put the charged on one side and the inerts in the other. Nah, I should keep them all together. That's better, right? So general. There's all the decorations here. Mighty fine. Let's move all of these over, the embedded stuff. Copy. You know, basically, I want to copy that. And all of this. Paste. And this. Paste. 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 All right, let's reload again. So it should clear up a lot of that stuff. So this is the new general tab here. Oh, I forgot one. There we go. Forgot to take that out. All right, save. Okay. Right, so here are all the decorations. I don't know why there's a gap here. That's fine. Yeah, we got a couple things, right? But I should be able to. This doesn't look right. Enchanted chandelier. And let's take a look at things here, right? So these are all the nuns, and these are all the candle zeros. Okay. I think what I want to do while I'm testing things out is just like spawn everything in. Every single thing. That way I can see what doesn't work, like what doesn't look right. We will do the localization, so let me look for the braziers, right? So I will copy, paste. This would be block, chandelier, none. Enchanted chandelier. Maybe that's all I need for the name. Reload lang. Okay, now let's take a look here. So this is everything. And looking at the name, looks like localization is working. All right, so these are all the nuns. So what I want to do is, okay, so we'll start with enchanted stone, right? I could just do there you go. So it's enchanted stone chandelier. Astrolith. Zeganite. And then this is netherite. This is Eldrathnium. That's Eldrathnium, and then this is netherite and Eldrathnium. Abyssium. All right, now let's reload, and I can see what all of these are. I wonder if I have to make a new. I may have to make a new shape. Decoration. So it's saying this, oh, enchanted stone, astrolith, zeganite, netherite, abyssium. So all of that is wrong. Hi. 1 second, everyone. Because Daddy is building stuff. Okay, can you... No, you can't stay in here, honey. 1 second, everyone. Thank you. Yeah, it's still muted. Yeah, I said I'm gonna be live streaming for maybe another 30 minutes or so, then I gotta go be social. But we found it. Yeah, there was an extra dash right there. So this should have, this should work now. Decorations, yeah, there we go. The Eldrathion's working. 95. So I think what I want to do in creative is this. And then the 8 candle versions of everything. I think I'm going to have to exclude some variants. Then we can finally get into the code of what happens when you try and put one of these candles in. That looks much better, right? So you have 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so this right here I need to get rid of because there should be no none of these kind of variants here. So I need to do an exclude. I'll probably do it right here. I can't remember what it is. Skip variant, that's what it's called. All right, so for the skip variants, what do I want to skip? I want to skip none. I think it's just basically going to be a bunch of this. Right? That would be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And I'm gonna have to skip Enchanted Stone dash none dash handle 0, right? Because that's not going to be valid. I don't need that block. And this would be Astrolith, Zeganite, Netherite, Drathium, and Abyssium. That should be what we want, right? Because the none isn't going to have any candles, right? That needs to be 0. That's baseline. That's the default block. And then when you place a candle in, it's going to change it from a none to whatever the candle type is, and it starts at candle 1, right? So all the candle 0 variants I can get rid of, and for the none, anything that's not 0 needs to be gone as well, right? So obviously that's not a valid block anymore. Well, we're closer. Oh, duh. It shouldn't be none here. It should be, candle. Copy, paste. This would be mage, candle, ritual. So this should be right. I want to leave the none zeros and get rid of all the other zeros. Pruning this stuff out is also going to help make things a little more efficient as well. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. And then that's all the lit. All right, so let's grab some of these. Let's just get rid of all these spells and get rid of that. Big daytime. Let's grab mud brick. We're making a platform. That's much better. Turn that off. There we go. Place one of those down. All right, so whoops. Okay, so that's all 6, right? Now, these textures are not correct. Oh, you know why? I need to specifically... You know what I should do? I really should make a copy of that block. I should make a copy of the block shape. That's what I'm going to do. Right, so this is the basic chandelier. So block metal chandelier type. Survival shapes of block metal chandelier, and then the type. So let's go into shapes, blocks, light sources, enchanted chandeliers, copy. Paste. And now I gotta add all of these to the project. Right now I can open up each one, and basically I gotta redo this. Or do I? Hold on. Maybe I don't want to do this. Maybe I need to... Because see, the thing is, it has no texture mapping, so it's just using the black bronze as the default, and that's not what I want. Here, before I'm not gonna do that. We're gonna delete that back out. We're gonna go back into here. I think what I need to do is this. Something like that. Right, so this would be enchanted stone. Which would be that. And then astrolith. Which would be that. So this would be Zeganite. This would be Netherite, Elgerathium. And that would be Abyssium. There we go. That is what I want. Okay, that's what I want. Already looking good. There's the Abyssium chandelier. There it all is. Damn it. I gotta stop just, like, rage quitting. Because I gotta build a platform again. That. Whoops. Okay, that looks pretty cool. Did the wrong thing. Let's undo that. There we go. There. That did look pretty cool. All right. And we'll put that right there. That looks good. Looks like some Trojan sense, blind sense. Yeah, yeah. Seeing without seeing. It's like peering into the Matrix. I like this new decorations tab. Right, so that's with regular candles. And that's gonna be with the mage candles. There we go. So now what we need to do is take a look at the code. Close others. So item active hotbar slot, right? So that's getting the active hotbar slot. That is getting the item stack. If the item stack is not null and candle count is not 8. All right, so this is what I want to do. I want to cut this out and just preserve it, right? We're going to want to have a decision tree here. Right, so this is what's going to happen if the path equals candle. Which is going to be this. And then for this, I could just do item stack is here, dot item. Item stack is item. Crap. Oh, block. It's gonna be block. Mage candle. Right, and I also have to do item stack dot class equals enum item class dot block, and there we go. So that makes it safe going into here, so you don't right click on it with an item and it crashes. I think is candle, is the base game candle a block or an item? We gotta look that up. Survival, block types. Candle. Block candle. Okay. So it's going to be the same thing. Oh, it's going to be the same thing. Oh, but hold on. Maybe, you know what? That's going to work. That's going to work that way. And then I can just do a quick check before looking to see if it's a mage candle. Although, ooh, I probably should keep it this, keep it like this. I'll come back to this. I don't want to add another kind of ritual candle or another mage candle subtype and then have it like, you know, it would be treated like the mage candle everyone has. So let's go to mage candle, right? So it's going to be mage candle dash ritual. And we will do a dot contains. I like that better. So if it equals candle for the path, right, or it contains this. Perfect. Now what I need to do, code with parts. More efficient version of code with parts if there is only a single parameter. Yeah, so I want to put in type and values, right? So I don't want to use this. So but I want to do multiple versions of this code with parts, right? So this would be something like, where is it? Chandelier, here we go. All right, so I'm gonna want to say candle type. And candle. See, I need a version of code with parts that takes in like an array. Maybe code with variants is what I want. Aha, code with variants, right? So it's going to want a string array and a string of values. So I could say new string array. Right, something like that. Code with variants. So I can do candle type first. And then we can do regular type. Hey, Oder, how's it going? And then this would be candle. And then this. I think that's what I want to do. Which means down here, right? The type is going to be this. That's what it looks like, I think. Reload. Went to breakfast with my sister and brother-in-law. Nice. Was it good? Was it good? Every time I go out to get breakfast, I always get, like, you know, eggs over easy. And I always say over easy because people suck at cooking. And if I say, like, over medium, which is what I really like, they'll cook it, like, to where there's no dippable yolk. So if I tell them over easy, I at least have a yolk to dip in. And they overcook it anyways, right? So it's not, like, boogery on top. So I'll get, like, that. And I'll get, like, you know, rye toast. Home fries if they have it. And I'll just make, like, little egg sandwiches out of the toast. Alright, moment of truth. Doesn't matter which one we pick, I'll just pick that one. Okay. There we go. Now, hey, look at that! It works! We gotta fix this, though. If you look, it's not cycling through telling you you know, to add more of a certain kind of candle. See, and it should update. So let's fix that next, and it's going to be in here. So I can say else if so if this dot code path contains dash candle dash and you know what? No, there doesn't have to be a none. That will do it. This would be Mage Candle Ritual. And then this would be none. Right, so this would be RMR references dot mod ID with colon plus mage candle dash ritual dash lit dash up copy, then paste that in there. Okay. Oh, hey, happy. Rustbound Magic. Is it Mage Candle Ritual up? Mage Candle Ritual. Oh, Mage Candle Ritual lit up. Oh no, that should be right. Mage Candle Ritual lit up. Oh, wait, it's a block. Get block. Get block. That should be better. Yeah, it's scrambled eggs, tequila, poblano, and chorizo on a roll. Nice. Hey, Omnipotent, good luck, thanks for your work, and my pleasure. Next update is a big one. It's... I feel like I say that a lot. This has a lot of big changes. Like basically, if someone gives me any kind of crash report, chances are it's not going to be anything I can use, because I redid a lot of stuff. It's over 90 changes. That was before the stream. I added a bunch of things. It's probably over 100 changes. The biggest one is the complete rewrite to the buff system, the status effect heads-up display, and the logic that actually saves and reloads buffs on logout and login. Those were like clean, like greenfield, fresh slate, like a complete overhaul of the whole thing. Literally starting from scratch, you know, new class files. It was a couple almost all-nighters. Almost. And this is not happy. Oh, I think it's because... How do I do this clean? Mage candle, ritual lit up. I'm sure servers will adore that. Dang, yeah. And the buff system, I had to redo it because I gave up trying to do a buff system like Minecraft. I figured out a buff system for Vintage Story, for how Vintage Story loads. Like basically, like all the calculations are done server side. It also will account for when Vintage Story decides to not run things because it's too busy and it drops stuff, right? That whole UDP thing. Like the timing is like spot on now. It's fucking sweet. Like I am very proud of what I did with that. Very proud. I'm gonna get rid of this. I think what I need to do this separately. Because like adding more than one item, I need to do this separately. So I'm gonna go in, I just want to make sure that this works. Right here. Not only that, the Thaumic Foundry changed too. Oh, and I redid all the shaders, the entire shader system from scratch. There's no more micro lag when a projectile is cast in the world or any kind of shaders used. Like again, green field stuff. It's fucking sweet. You know what? It may have to do with the mage candle. I may have messed something up here, so copy, paste, that's fine. This is the next thing. Ritual, lit, then up. And I think up is the default, yeah. Oh. Okay. That's what it is. That's right. So all the candles everyone has right now are all the inert versions of the candles. Because I want to create a mechanic where you can light these things to like use them in rituals and stuff. And I wanted to do it when you light them and you stay near it, it gives you some kind of buff, but it like ticks it down, right? But for right now, because I'm not ready to put that in, the localized name for everything is inert. Not lit. That's why. So it was trying to render a block that wasn't in the game. Yep, see, it skips the lit variant. Okay, so this should be better. There we go, look at it. Mage candle. And see, and it cycles through. So it's telling you right now, because it's blank, it can take either candle. But as soon as one mage candle's in, it's going to lock you in, right? Same thing with the... right? So as soon as I put one in, it just goes right to telling you, okay, you can only add that type of candle now. What that also means is I need to go back into here. And we need to now deal with the drops. Copy, paste. So this is going to be drop type. Right, and this would be mage, candle, ritual. This would be candle. Just like that. And this becomes Rustbound Magic, Mage Candle, Ritual, Inert, up. That changes to block. There we go. So that's the none version. This is specifically wanting a specific candle. And there we go. Oh yeah, how are you gonna make these? Maybe it'll just be like a grid recipe, not something through the Thaumic Foundry. Or I guess I could make Thaumic Foundry tablets for these. Maybe. I mean, it'd be 6 tablets. Maybe I could expand the Thaumic Foundry recipes to take in a wild card, right? Of a specific stone type. But it would have to do a check to see what type of stone that is to produce the final piece. Alright, so it looks like nothing has a problem. Let's do that. There we go. We got one back. Perfect. Make sure this drops okay still. Yep, that was nothing. Yep, that was good. Perfect. Done. I probably need to, I still need to do a localization for like a description for this. Maybe. I mean, does the chandelier have a description? Nope. That looks good. All right, so I will get rid of the description. But every sardine is meant to swim. Right. Perfect. Works just like regular chandeliers. Love it. Perfect. So I gotta think of a way for you to actually get these chandeliers. I could just do like a grid recipe. Maybe it'll just probably be a grid recipe. But I am over my time. So let's find someone to raid. Twitch.tv. So with the work I did today, minus the chandelier stuff, I could push out the next update at any time. What I would like to do is maybe I'll reach out to see if a kind soul could help me test things on my bisect server. One person's like all I need, but if a couple people want to get on the test server, really we would be testing buffs, making sure you know, like stuff works, and then like log out, log back in, you know, let buffs tick off Maybe also check out infinite buffs as well. I think I'm gonna have to make a different kind of spell scroll, like an admin only kind of spell scroll that creates infinite versions of certain buffs. Or what I could do is have it to where if you are in creative, it tries to run the spell through as an infinite buff spell. Oh, that is fucking brilliant. I love it. I was wondering how I could, like, test. That is the way. That is the way. Tool. Spell scroll. On. Cast. Stop. Here we go. So I could say if else right, and I could get player world data. That would make it an infinite buff. All right, so let's do something like fly. So I'm in creative. Did not do it. Let's look at swiftness. Okay, so it's not doing that. Would you be able to have, like, a dispel that lets you remove the infinite buff? Yeah, well, you don't have to. The way you remove an infinite buff is by going up to your buffs list and clicking on it to remove, and it would remove it. No need for a dispel. No need. Oh, wait. This isn't specific to... Hold on, let me go into here. Let's do RMR references dot logger. Creative cast. Normal cast. We were gonna raid someone, but I want to get this done. So that's saying normal cast. Normal cast. I wonder if this is only seen like server side. Oh wait. If this equals creative. That's it. All right, there we go. Fly is now infinite. Swiftness is now infinite. You'll notice it comes up as teal, a little more teal, the temporal teal instead of blue. And then you have the infinity sign, so these will stay on forever. 1 second. All right, so yeah, if you want to get rid of any of these, right, like I could be flying in the air, remove buff, bam. Removes it right away, removes it. So that's how you get rid of infinite buffs. Fucking love it. Love it. All right, let's find someone to raid. Who is playing vintage? Oh, perk cuss. We gotta raid him. Good old Percuss, my man. Raid Percuss. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching. Big things coming in this next update. I feel like this next update is basically like, it feels like it should be a completely new version of the mod. Like, this is not a 3.2 or 3.3, right? This is like a 4.0 because of the fundamental changes on so many core aspects of Magic. Like, freaking sweet. Oder, have a good one. Thank you. Husky, yeah, looking forward to it. Yeah, and I'll be reaching out. I'm gonna need a couple people to hop on a server with me with this version, and for us to like just, you know, test buffs, test you know, any quirks, right? Log out with buffs, test the infinite buffs, test the AoE application to buffs. Like, all that should be working. I just can't test that myself. I'll probably reach out on Discord. I don't know, I gotta be careful not to just blanket, you know, like, hey, you know, who wants to test, right? Because I don't want like 100 people, right? I just need like 2 or 3. But yeah, thank you everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, adios. See